Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Yuri Timchuk. I am a PhD student from Reveal Group from the University of Lugano. And I want to present you ViDI, the Visual Design Inspector. And ViDI is a tool that you use to do a code review. And also, as code review is designed to let you improve the quality of code, this tool actually focuses on the quality as on first-class entity. So let's create a new review session. Here we select some package for that. And ViDI is implemented in Faro, which is live development environment and language inspired by Smalltalk. And ViDI uses CodeCT metaphor for visualization. Who of you know, or maybe better, who of you don't know what is CodeCT metaphor? Can you raise your hands? Okay, so a lot of people know it. So here we have our software represented as a CT. So big platform on the big platform is a district which represents a package. Then smaller platforms on top of it are classes, and then methods are stacked on top of classes, forming a building. Now, red colors on these blocks means the more red the entity is, the more code critiques there are about it. On the left-hand side, we have categories of rules that these entities may violate. We can expand them. We can deselect them and select some categories to focus on certain rules. And then if we select some entity, we see detailed description of which rules it violates, and we see its source code. So let's try to review our system. And you can see that this system is quite red. So we can think that it's a bad system. But there are like 44 style errors, so maybe for now we will hide them because maybe it's not really important. And then maybe we will also remove other things that are related to documentation. And then we can see that there is, okay, we can see that these are like two really red blocks. And then there is this reddish building. So let's see at the entities of this building. And they have this problem that instead of putting data on the stream, they concatenate strings and then put them on the stream. So we can fix it in place. So here we just change the code a bit. And it gets revalidated, so we fix the code. And the issue disappears, and as you can see, this block is now grand, not red. So we can check other entities and we can fix them, but as you see, they all have the same problem that they put strings instead of adding them to stream. So we can, for now, we can just skip that again for demo purposes, and then we can see that, oh, there is something different here, and it says unnecessary not, and indeed, instead of doing not if true, we can just do if false. And there are guarding clauses which says okay, if false, do some stuff in the end. So we can say, okay, if it's true, let's return from the method, and if not, continue doing that. And this rule and many other rules have AST rewriting. So we can actually say, okay, perform transformation and solve this issue for me. Now, okay, let's get back to all issues, and yeah, let's take a look at some other issues that we disabled before. So there is this thing called inconsistent method classification. That means that method from one level is in a different category as the method it overrides, and this can be easily fixed by just putting it into the category of parent method. So we can also do this automatically, and as you may guess, we can do this automatically for a whole batch of issues. And here it fixes that. Now, the most of issues we had were actually style issues. And the style issue which is common here is that method is not classified. In Faro you have categories for methods. So we have a special UI interface to categorize them, and then we see the list of methods, and then we can drop them into, for example, this is unique instance, this is probably instance creation, so we drop it's resolved, and we can continue with that. Now, after you created your review, what you can do is you can browse your review sessions. Here is our session that we had, and here is the timeline of our review. Red line means how the number of issue changes, and then these gray dots show us the diff that is actually there for the change, so we can see what we changed and how it impacted the quality. And also there is like a timeline where we have like a bar chart of value of a change, and then we can again press on change and see what diff corresponds to it. That's more or less it. So to wrap up, ViDI is a visual design inspector which is used for reviewing code, which visualizes your code, shows issues on the visualization, allows you to interact with the issues, and shows you a review of your code review.